So Jalen Ramsey was the last biggest domino of this offseason, and that has now fallen with him getting traded to the Steelers in this blockbuster trade along with Jonnu Smith. And Jalen Ramsey is not washed. Is he what he used to be? Is he still a top 5, top 10 corner? No, but he still is very good. And nobody wants smoke with this Steelers defense now that Jalen Ramsey is on it. You got him, Darius Slay, Joey Porter. You got Deshaun Elliott coming off the best season of his career. And we know what the Steelers have on the front seven with Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, and TJ Watt harassing the quarterback. Jalen Ramsey is still a very good cornerback. I don't see a guy that's washed. I see a guy that quarterbacks are still scared shitless to throw the football to his side. He allowed a passer rating of 83.2 when targeted last season and only gave up a complete percentage of 62%, which is still very good. And the big part of getting Jalen Ramsey is that you're bringing in a guy that has versatility. Not just can Jalen Ramsey play corner, but if the Steelers need him to move to safety and fill up Minkah Fitzpatrick in the void that he's leaving, then he can do that as well. You can line him up in the slot. There's a lot of different things that Jalen Ramsey is going to allow the Steelers to be able to do. If he decides to play outside, then you more than likely are going to move Darius Slay to either safety or he'll be playing that slot cornerback position. Jalen Ramsey is going to be paired up with Joey Porter Jr. as well. And these are two of the more physical cornerbacks in the league. They have similar skill sets. I feel they'll complement each other very well. And Jalen Ramsey could be a really good mentor to a young guy in Joey Porter who, yeah, he's been in the league for a few years, but he's still trying to find his footing. Jalen's contract also is very team-friendly for Pittsburgh. At the end of this season, they have a $15.1 million out if they decide they don't want to bring him back. And he only has a cap hit of 7.4. And when you think about Jalen Ramsey and Minkah Fitzpatrick, although they play two different positions, Jalen Ramsey is the better of the two players right now. Minkah Fitzpatrick is coming off back-to-back down seasons where he was good against the run, but not as good against the pass. And his cap hit was $15 million, and his play didn't warrant allowing the Steelers to have to eat that much. So you end up taking a way less bigger cap hit, now having Jalen Ramsey, which gives you some cap space flexibility to extend TJ Watt to another deal. And overall, going into this season, we talk about how stacked the Ravens secondary is, but where do the Steelers rank among the NFL's best secondary? They definitely have to be in the top 5. Yeah, Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey are old, but age doesn't always define your level of play. And Darius Slay still was really good last season for Philadelphia, and Jalen Ramsey still was highly productive for the Dolphins. And sometimes having an older secondary isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it pays to have a lot of experience in that defensive back room. Some of the best Patriots teams in the final years of the Brady Belichick era had older secondaries. Not everybody on that defense was young. You had the McCourty brothers. The Patriots, like the Steelers and the Ravens, are one of the few teams that's able to squeeze the last amount of juice out of players' careers. Remember when the Steelers signed Joe Hayden a while back, and it was believed that he was washed when he got surprisingly cut by the Browns? He had some of the better seasons of his career under Mike Tomlin, and you definitely could see Jalen Ramsey have the same thing happen to him. And also, Jalen Ramsey is a Hall of Fame level player. He regresses at a slower rate than your average player. So he still has about 2-3 more years left of good cornerback play. And as I said earlier, I'm not saying that Jalen Ramsey is elite. He's nothing close to Jair Alexander, but he definitely is still a top 15 cornerback in the league. And with everything that the Steelers have in this DB room, you bring in Jalen Ramsey, the overall talent in this group makes this defense really good, especially when you're looking at it on paper.